Good morning and welcome to the September meeting of the Connecticut Ireland Trade Commission. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's had a good summer. Are there remarks? I have no remarks by the chair. Does my co-chair have any remarks? I know Loretto is online. I'm not sure if she does have any comments at this point.
Good morning, everybody. No, I don't have any remarks, except that I just read something this morning about a government strategy in Ireland that we might need to be aware of. The new market diversification aims to support exporting firms and finding new markets outside of the US. So we may need to be very creative here with our 15% tariffs and now looking to this new market diversification plan. So that's the only remark I have this morning. And we hopefully can discuss the subcommittees that we briefly talked about at the last meeting.
Certainly, yes. And that is our next agenda item. Number 3 is discussion of subcommittee meetings set up by the commission. I have a list here or mentioning of a few. What I'd like to do is ask when we discuss each one of these subcommittees, if there is an individual that would like to chair those subcommittees. And if they would, mention if they would like to or if they would not like to. And then subsequently, we will have, I believe we'll send out an email with a request of which subcommittee you would like to serve on as a member of the Trade Commission. In saying so, the first subcommittee that we had listed from a previous meeting we quickly discussed was tourism. And I would like to also include in that tourism is tourism, arts, and culture. Is there a discussion of what that subcommittee would like to tackle, and if there is an individual that would like to chair that subcommittee? There is just Colin, myself here in the room. So those that are online, if you would like to chair or be the head of each subcommittee, please let us know. And we can go on from there. If there is not anyone at this point, we can mention the next subcommittee that we have listed as well. And the next subcommittee would be a subcommittee on education. I think we should also determine how many individuals should be on each subcommittee. I think 5 or 6 is a good number. But if there is discussion of a certain number or a number that would appease other members, please let me know or speak up and raise your hand, and would be glad to discuss that as well.
I volunteer to chair it, if that's okay.
Certainly. Thank you very much. Okay, and so that is number 2. The third is heritage, the Irish heritage area. I'm not sure if this could be included in arts and culture or not, but I'm willing to learn or listen to whomever has a suggestion about heritage. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that heritage could possibly be included in tourism, arts, and culture. That's just my opinion. And Ireland does heritage very, very well. So I don't know if others would agree with me there that heritage could be part of that. And I would be interested in maybe not heading it, but being on the subcommittee for arts, culture, and heritage and tourism.
Thank you, Loretto. And certainly we would enjoy the fact that you would be on that committee, and we'll combine those 3 to make one committee, if that is okay with the membership. Okay, hearing nothing, I believe that would be a yes with the silence. And one other committee that I had mentioned, or that was mentioned, was trade, both U.S. to Ireland trade and Ireland to the United States trade committee subcommittee. Is there an individual that would be willing to take on that subcommittee chair? Would be delighted to hear from you.
I'd be willing to do that.
Thank you. Colin O'Neill will be willing to chair the U.S. Ireland trade and the Ireland U.S. trade subcommittee. Those are the.
I'd be willing to sit on the committee.
Great. Thank you.
I think I'm too busy as vice chair of commerce to take on the role of subcommittee chair or vice chair. But that's one of the issues that I pushed the commerce to be on the trade commission, is for trade. and for business. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm on the subcommittee. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Representative. I appreciate that. Any other, so those are the, the four that I have from our previous meeting. Is there any other suggestions from the membership for another subcommittee that may have not been listed here, or if someone has any suggestions of a subcommittee, that'd be great to hear from you as well.
I mean, I kind of think as we flesh out the committees and the topics get tossed around, if for some reason we're not comfortable that it's within the purview, maybe we'll do it from that basis. So the topics as we bring out everything, whether it's in trade, culture, tourism, et cetera, maybe we'll think, hey, why aren't we doing something there? I think education is an important one, obviously, but and it's on the trade. I guess the interesting issue with trade, I would say trade, and because you're thinking of commercial trade, I think trade and at some level employment opportunities, because that kind of segues into what we were hearing with cross licensing for educational professionals, et cetera. So people could teach on both sides of the pond. So I don't know where you want to put that, whether it's in education or in trade, but that's employment probably be a sub part of that same subcommittee. One of those two.
Yes. Great suggestion. I think that's something that we can discuss as a committee, but I believe, yeah, the cross licensure and the ability for an individual to both, I would say, teach or be a professor at either location would be a great addition to both the United States and to Ireland.
It might work with education because the pre-certification issues, that they could start looking at the curriculums and figure out. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks. Sorry to interrupt.
Not a problem. Patty, I saw your name come up.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm in a place that I can't show my face, so I apologize. I don't know if this is a committee per se, but more of a function for like getting organized. At one point, we talked about reaching out to other community-based organizations, Irish types of advocacy groups, but stakeholders, let's call it. Would that be maybe a short-term project? Because I'd be willing to help, surveying folks about, locating what the businesses are there, reaching out to different organizations, and, that task force, so to speak, could kind of build the foundation of who our stakeholders would be for any of the topics that the committees would have. I don't really know how to organize it within your structure.
I certainly agree, and that's a great suggestion.
I wouldn't make it a subcommittee, and maybe a liaison from the general committee to the associated organizations that are Irish Heritage Cultural organizations, right?
Right, and then that function would report to the general committee. So before like a survey or something went out, everybody would have hands on it. They'd know what was going on. The results would come back. We could build a database, and kind of build a foundation for any of the topics that the commission would want to address.
That's a great suggestion, as I said. Would you a suggestion of what those organizations might be? Were you talking fraternal or, I mean, there are some Irish businesses located in Connecticut at this point. Is that what you're?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, we kind of fleshed out a bunch of stuff. I have notes on it on one of the meetings we had that kind of fleshed out where we should go and get some outreach, but that would be the first task of the committee, I think, or the task force or liaison, whatever you want to call it, is to kind of look at the bigger picture of, I know we talked about where Irish parades were, and I knew there was some discussion about a Heritage Day celebrating something coming up and who's doing what in this world of Irish Americans here in Connecticut, for lack of a better word.
Is this something that you would like to take on, Patty? Or
Yeah, I'd love it. And hopefully someone else would want to kind of, it
I'm
doesn't have to be a big committee.
sure I would be certainly willing to work with you on that, and developing, like you said, some sort of a database and some sort of a formal list of interested parties across the state. That would be great. Yes.
Okay.
Patty, I would very much like to be to help you with that as well.
All right.
So in that case, the three of us could meet or talk or have a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
This and try to formalize what we're intended to put together at that point. So that'd be great.
Okay, great.
And I'll follow up with both of you and getting a time where the three of us can sit and meet and discuss those parameters as well.
Super.
And I would just think, Emmett, maybe either the Irish Trade Commission out of, I think, I don't know if we're covered out of Boston or New York. I think we're out of New York.
Yeah,
But maybe from them, a list of Irish corporations and fraternal organizations they're already dealing with would be helpful.
I think advanced CT, oops, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, no, certainly, Patty.
I think to Representative Musker's comment, I think advanced CT at one point or someone said there was a list out there, but yeah, I think that's a great idea. We could maybe reach out to some of the other trade commissions and find out how they gathered and what kind of folks they are in touch with on a regular basis too.
Yeah, but I meant specifically for the number of Irish firms planted here, the Irish Trade Commission out of New York, who is probably their liaison. They may be a great one for finding those fraternal organizations that have gone directly to them.
Gotcha. Okay.
That might be an easy fishing expedition. Our list in CT Next might be a little bit stale. I'm not attacking the CT Next, but
I'm wondering if Enterprise Ireland, is that the entity we should reach out to?
Yeah, as well as the Irish American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Those are all good suggestions. I'm just writing it down. Any other comments or thoughts that would go along with this topic as well? Okay. So to go back, we have those committees of tourism, arts and culture, and heritage, education, the trade, both U.S. Ireland and Ireland U.S. trade, and as Patty said, a function of I don't know if it's necessarily liaison or how you term it, but the three individuals that were mentioned to go through and begin to set up a database of or list of corporations and businesses that are doing business both here in Connecticut and in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Emmett, put me down to help out on the Trade Commission or committee.
Great. Thank you. And good to see you, sir.
Same here.
Okay. Any other discussions about any of those trades or anything of those subcommittees? If not, we'll move on to the next agenda item.
Just one quick question, just kind of like from a procedural organizational standpoint. Are these committees like official committees that need to be voted on by the commission, that need to be noticed, et cetera, like the commission meetings are? Or I just want to make sure that we're meeting all of our obligations in that regard.
Sure. I can make a motion, or someone can make a motion right now to accept the committees that were stated in this meeting and ask for a motion to accept those committees being formed and chairs being appointed or accepted at this point.
So moved.
And
Seconded.
Seconded. Thank you. With that, I would say those committees have been officially formed, and we can move to the next topic for the agenda, which is an open discussion of topics or anything that a member would like to speak of that has come up or would like to discuss with the commission.
Emmett, I don't know if anyone, and I didn't. I don't know if anyone was in Ireland for the General Summit.
I was not.
Okay. We should reach out. I think Henry Martin went.
Okay.
Who's ranking on commerce. I'll try and see and drag out of him what may not have happened. I don't know who else might have gone
I
from the General Assembly.
I don't know of anyone, but I could ask around as well.
Right.
I don't know off the top of my head if anyone did go.
Right. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Colin?
Just in more longer range planning and, promoting our committee. We're coming up on halfway to St. Patrick's Day. So sometimes the pre-St. Patrick's Day period is often a good time to highlight our efforts. And I would think maybe the subcommittees and what we're doing could push to a goal where we could highlight things in early March just to take advantage of the season.
Sure. Point.
And I would suggest you, Emmett, whatever we want to put out in way of self-promoting stuff or on terms of what we're doing, what we've accomplished, we probably want to do in terms of some type of release to, and I don't know better way to frame it, but to the House Dems and House Republicans, because that's the way it gets pushed out through the individual e-blasts and newsletters of the members of the Assembly. Same thing in the Senate, the corollary. Because I know myself as a state rep, I'm shamelessly pushing out an e-blast every week. And something like this would not necessarily would catch people's eyes that might not, who are reading my nonsense and not necessarily would be focusing, getting their attention on a new committee with a new email list. So if we go out through some of the chains of communication, might be smart when we want to communicate.
Yes, that's a great suggestion. When we do formalize something and have it ready, obviously the committee will go through it before it's sent out. But then I think that's a great suggestion, having it sent to each of the caucuses to have them spread the information as well.
Perfect. Yeah, I like that idea. I think you'll get a better visibility from the general public, which is part of what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that suggestion.
Yeah.
Any other discussion or points that a member would like to make?
Yeah, I mean, on an organizational basis, having sat through committees that I've run, sometimes successfully, sometimes not so successfully, to be honest, I'm not sure if we're going to, I don't know if we're going to go on a monthly basis, if that was a decision, or bi-monthly. I'm not sure where we're headed. I'm at your discretion. But probably I would say a 2-week reminder if you're looking, going into a committee meeting, to tell people, one, there's a meeting, or two, who we're hoping to come in and report or speak to us, or if we're still looking for a speaker to kind of gin up everyone to make sure that we've got, we're lined up for that meeting. Because, everyone's, including you, we're all doing other things. So to get them focused on this, I think we have to figure out what the two-way communication is there.
Yeah, absolutely. From one of I believe it was our original meeting, we agreed that it would be the second Tuesday of each month was what we had determined some time ago, or just at the beginning of I think it was the first meeting, like I said. But
so maybe the Monday before, so it's like 9 days, 8 days before.
Okay.
Kind of as administratively saying, this is what we're reporting on, or this is what we're looking for committees to report on, or this is coming to speak. Kind of a tickler might make sense.
Sure. We do not have any presentations today or at this meeting, but I believe there's going to be someone lined up for a presentation for the October meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you, Representative.
Emmett, I would suggest that someone brought up Enterprise Ireland, and I would suggest that we reach out to Enterprise Ireland in New York sooner than later. They have a significant budget, and they would be very interested in what we're trying to accomplish here. And I think as a speaker, perhaps, or to invite them by Zoom or invite them in person, I think it'd be a well worth effort.
Certainly. Thank you for that suggestion as well.
I actually was in at the embassy on Friday last week, and I met the new ambassador and the new deputy consul as well. The new consul is Gerard Angley, and then there's Roisin Leonard is the other lady. But if we could get them as speakers, and maybe somebody from Enterprise Ireland as well, that might be very helpful. And while I'm on speaker, I just wanted to draw people's attention to the dates that were on the summary of the NCSL summit that I attended with Paddy and with Tom in Boston, because they seem to have a very organized schedule of what they want to achieve or what they want to do each month, as regards the Irish at that meeting. And also, I was thinking, if we meet at, with our subcommittees going forward, maybe we could create some sort of an informational digital packet. So when we meet with interested parties, we can provide a link via email to information we have compiled that is pertains to heritage or tourism or education. That's down the road.
Sure, that's a great suggestion as well. You know, supplying as much information about the commission to those that will be before us is a great idea as well. Yes, thank you. Loretto, did you want to speak about the NCSL? I know you forwarded a package to the commission from that meeting in, I believe it was August or July. I'm not sure. I apologize.
July, I think it was. So basically, what I did was I took a picture of every slide and tried to compile a summary of what they were doing. It was very interesting, and hopefully, if they do it next year, we can all go. If Tom and Paddy think that I've missed anything in that summary, just let me know. I think the big takeaway from that was how successful, is it Virginia?
West Virginia.
West Virginia was doing. They were doing a great job. So maybe that's a state that we need to look at their trade commission, because I mean they really were very impressive in what they were doing.
They
Yeah.
were first.
Go back up.
Senator Dodd, any?
No, I'm here, and I'm in Rhode Island this morning. I apologize for leaving the territory of Connecticut, but I've got a niece who's announcing for governor this morning in Rhode Island, and so I came over to offer familial support to her efforts. So I apologize for just getting out a little late. But these are all wonderful ideas. You know, one of the suggestions I was going to make is the ambassador is a good friend in Washington. Did I hear she's been replaced already, or might be behind the times? But if not, I think certainly to have someone at that stature in Washington to be a part of our discussion early on, that would increase not only our participation in what's occurring, but also within Ireland itself. So I don't know if that's a possibility, but I'd love to hear anybody's comments on it.
Absolutely, thank you. Certainly. Are there any other discussion points that someone would like to speak of?
Yeah, just one last from me. The U.S. ambassador, ex-ambassador, who I reached out to when I joined the commission, just wandered around the phone book shamelessly. She was very helpful. I know she's on the Massachusetts Trade Commission now, but I don't know if we want to have her come and speak to us at all.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, certainly.
Because she really set up all the relationships and was instrumental, you know, having been over in Ireland.
She did a good job, by the way. And I'm told that she was really well liked in the country, traveled all over the place, met people all across the country. So she did apparently a very good job.
She told me she wouldn't give us every trade secret because now she's championing Massachusetts, but it might be worthwhile on a framework basis to go out to her, also to come ask her what her schedule looks like for a potential Zoom speech to us or speak suggestions.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Bruce Morrison, over the years, has paid a tremendously high degree of attention to Ireland. Young Joe Kennedy has been doing it, or did it for a while as well. I don't know if those people would be attractive to hear their thoughts on what we might do in a broad way to increase the opportunities in trade and so forth.
Yes, those would all be great, important people that could come speak to the commission, and would love to have them here. Representative, if you could reach out to the former ambassador, that would be wonderful to see if she is available.
I'll see what date she's available. And I would suggest we should be flexible because frankly, if we get 4 or 5 of us, if we get it on a Zoom and we have administrative, we can record it, we're getting a lot of it done. And we need a baseline of 4 or 5 to ask questions, but it's pretty much we want to hear her roadmap versus us speaking anyway. So
Sure.
I'll find out what her availability is over the next month or two and try to see if she can commit to something.
Absolutely. And I agree with you as far as the commission's flexibility for her schedule.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to, not necessarily meet on a Tuesday at a second Tuesday, but sometime, when she's available, it'd be perfectly fine with myself.
Because once we circulate the video, everyone's got, it stimulates the same thought process, and we get 4 or 5 of us peppering with questions. We can get information out. I'll reach out. I'll take care of that. I'll come back to you on that, Emmett.
Great. Thank you, Representative. I appreciate it.
Right. Choice of shoes.
Well, yeah.
Choice of shoes.
Question?
I bet some either powder or something on the top of my shoes. Just good, man.
Okay. I'll ask again, are there any other discussion points that members would like to bring up at this juncture? Going once? Okay, then I will, the next agenda item is just the announcement of our next meeting, which would be on Tuesday, October 14th at 10 a.m. here at the LOB and via Zoom. Thank you all for attending today's meeting. And with that, I will ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Seconded.
Thank you.
Senator Dodd, go Friars.
There you go. I got a nephew there now. He's loving the place.
Yeah, my youngest is there as a senior, so go Friars.
Yeah, it's gotten so I think there's something like 16,000 applicants for the incoming class this year. It's really attracting a wide range of students from around the country. So it's good to hear.
I have a granddaughter there.
Yeah, yes, there we go. I tell you, good stuff.
Thank you.
A lot of Irish Americans there.
Okay, great. Thank you all for your time and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Senator Hartley, I see you now.
I can't believe this. What a nightmare.
Oh, technology is our friend till it isn't.
Yeah, there was no call-in link on any of those things. And I just got back here. Emmett, my apologies to you, sir.
Please, Senator, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Fully understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was like a nightmare here. I'm texting Trisha back and forth because I thought I'd be able to, check in from, the phone while I was driving. Hey, so I'll go back, look at the minutes and everything, but I just wanted to mention, so over the summer, I had the pleasure of spending a day with an Irish poet who was here in the States. He was actually in Massachusetts in Martha's Vineyard. And he was doing some readings and stuff. Anyway, he wants to connect with us in Connecticut. So I don't know, if it's Lisa or whomever, but just kind of put that out there.
Certainly, absolutely. That'd be great. He might be a good individual for the tourism cultural heritage subcommittee for him to speak with them, or if he'd like to speak with the entire commission, that'd be great as well.
That'd be, yeah, great. Yeah. So I know he did a poetry reading in Massachusetts, and I know where is it, Fairfield, there is an Irish commission or something?
Yes. I believe
Yeah.
Loretto
So-
is familiar with that.
Who is, please?
Loretto, the co-chair, Loretto.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, and she's traveling or something, did I see?
I believe she's in Ireland at the moment, yes.
Yeah, okay, great. All right, well then I'll connect with her as well.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll catch up on the notes. All right, okay, Evan, and Trish, thanks for trying. I don't know what the heck's going on. And that last one you sent me, there was no call-in number. Yeah, and I couldn't do it from the text. All right.
Great. Thank you, Senator, and have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.